us being an immigrant nation, right?
Yeah.
So the one time we come back, everybody is for Christmas. So I lived away myself for a few years in the 80s, as most people did.
Also, you want to take a photo?
Yeah, that
All right, let's do it.
Hey,
Nice to meet you, man.
get a photo with you as well.
March.
Of course, yeah.
March, but
Even the camera dude is more famous than me.
Well, he's not a camera dude. He's, like I said, he's a
See you, pal.
incredibly important part of,
I know
of
he is.
everything we're doing. Look
Here's
at that. Oh,
Santa
he's got a horse
Claus.
and Santa and Grinch.
What the hell?
Collaborating.
The Grinch of bollocks. He is a bollocks, the Grinch, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, people would always kind of look forward to that Christmas buzz coming back together, and I suppose for Americans, Thanksgiving is a big thing. But of course, we don't do Thanksgiving because we didn't murder a load of natives so that you could eat turkeys. We just celebrate Halloween instead.
Yeah.
And of course, Halloween is an Irish festival.
Wait, is it originally?
Very much so. Very much
Okay.
so. Now we had. Turnips. Do you know turnips? Like a turnip would be a big turnip, right? And we would carve that, and that's a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, so instead
Because-
of pumpkins, you do turnips.
Yeah, because the turnips in America were very small, so instead they chose to use pumpkins. But now the pumpkin, in the past 25, maybe 30 years, has started to come to Ireland. So I promise you, the real jack-o'-lantern comes from this nation. So I'm going to bring you down towards Dublin Castle, which was the seat of the British military and intelligence and police and government for centuries. So just in case nobody knows, we are one of the longest colonized nations, in that the Normans came here in 1169, and ever since then there has been some interference from England. And even today, as I said, 6 counties of Ireland are still technically under the yoke of John Bull, as we like to say. You guys are taller than me, so you like walking very quickly.
Oh, we'll walk a little bit
You'll have
slower,
me.
sorry.
You can see I'm a big guy. I don't want to overdo it.
All right. We'll
'Cause I'll
walk a
run-
little bit slower. My bad.
This is a pub here called the George, which is an LGBTQ plus I bar. Hope I got that right. Which shows how very advanced a nation we are. Go down this
You
lane
want to take
here.
a photo? Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Just getting a pizza.
Yeah, the Doom Slash stairs are all good. I was listening on my phone. I saw you tweet down there.
It's all good.
Well, what about?
What is this? Origami that President Obama folded paper cranes? Obama made this?
Used them apparently.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much.
Listening to one of your streams in Hiroshima when you mentioned that you were coming here for the first time. And
Uh-huh.
I saw those. I was like, I gotta
Oh
grab
wow.
This is what Barack is doing in his retirement.
No, he was when he what the American conservatives call the apology tour when he went to Hiroshima.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
See ya.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a
Nice
nice
to meet
time. You too. Bye-bye.
It's a friendly nation, isn't it? We gotta get this guy to run for president.
No.
No? Come on.
Never.
What do you think's gonna happen to you? Do you think they No, God, I don't think
People
what they do
with
to
my
you.
people with my worldview.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep the politicians in check than have to do that. I'm not very good at that, you know.
Yeah,
I'm very
that's
good
fair
at,
to say.
I got a certain set of skills, and I try to use it to the best of my ability.
That's very
But I
fair.
feel like to be a politician, you gotta be a little bit more conniving, you know.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't have that in me.
Well, as well in America, you got to be a billionaire at this stage anyway to become the
Yeah.
president, don't you?
Oh, we're getting there.
That's a pretty cool place there. Look, Sick and Indigent Roomkeeper Society, 17.
Where am I look?
Wow.
A charity way back then. Come on inside here into Dublin Castle. And again, stress to you, there's a sort of a mix of buildings in here. You've got the very modern, like this is this pretty ugly asbestos-ridden type monstrosity. Thank you very much, Sweden, for all you did for the world. ABBA and this kind of shit building. But this is the great one over here, you see. That goes back to 1229. Now, they start building it in 1204. Then there was a very bad fire and a lot of the rest of the other towers all fell down, they were knocked down and what have you. So when they went to rebuild, this is what we call the Georgian period. Now, as an Irish Republican, I hate the fact that we name epochs in our history after British royals. But Georgian, Edwardian, Victorian, they're very typical things. That's the Chapel Royale that they tagged on. Now, I used to be very annoyed with that, but now I'm kind of glad because I can see that they buttressed the tower there by joining it to it, okay? So there were three men who ran Ireland. You've got the Viceroy, the King's representative, and he lived in the Phoenix Park in a lovely house, which our President of Ireland now occupies. Catherine Connolly is our brand new president. Your viewers might be more familiar with the previous one, Michael D. Higgins. But what's beautiful about them taking his house is the other guy was unelected, but now the person who lives in it is elected. And across the road, the neighbour is the residence of the ambassador from America to Ireland. And that used to be occupied by the British, the second in command here, the chief secretary. And then there was a third guy, the undersecretary, who also lived in the lodge in the Phoenix Park. So the Phoenix Park was very important in that respect, that the great representatives for Britain living here all lived out there, okay? Now, they wrote to each other because they were separated because of the war during 1916. They were, the chief secretary was over in England, but in their correspondence, there's lots of mentions of Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin. So they say things like, the Sinn Féiners are up to something. So Dublin Castle was quite aware that some sort of trouble was coming about in 1916. They just weren't exactly sure what was going to happen, but they did have an idea that trouble was brewing. Do you get me?
So Sinn Féin, before it was an established political party, was a movement. It was an anti-colonial, anti-imperialist movement.
Do you know what? In 1905, when it was founded first, it was just a very small political party who wanted a Buy Irish campaign. They weren't into violence in any way, but they got the blame for the uprising and rose phenomenally. Yeah.
Wow.
Now I'm getting jumpy when someone comes behind us.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Are you looking for Hasan?
What's up, man? Yeah, it's fine.
Someone take a photo?
How did you know we were here?
I was watching this video.
There's
No, you're good. You can
we're
have.
at every moment.
Sure I will, yeah.
It
Sure
was a
I
good
will.
speech.
It was. I was
Alright.
learning about my own
Alright.
history.
Thank you.
Deadly. There's a heap there.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Enjoy your stay in Ireland.
Yeah, it's amazing. Hi, nice to meet you.
You're my window into American politics, so it's really amazing.
Oh, well,
to
I'm
meet you.
sorry. I'm sorry about
No,
that.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
That's a lovely phrase. Say it again. You're his.
Window into America.
That's great.
Thanks
Love
so
it.
much.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you studying?
Minute.
Minute,
Yeah,
fair play.
yeah.
Knew you were studying all right.
I just got off work. I'm good.
Great. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for watching. You got one?
Nice to meet you. I'm
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Sorry.
How are you?
Oh,
Can
okay.
I get a photo, please?
Sure.
Yeah, here.
Thank you.
It's all positive. Cool. Are you a student?
No, I work.
Where do you working?
I don't want to say.
Don't want to say.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, we don't.
Happy
Remember,
days.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, we
Send
don't.
us some money. This is also a scene from a movie called Michael Collins, right? Now, Michael Collins is kind of a sort of a popcorn introduction to Irish Revolution, okay? Because that movie has Julia Roberts in it, and most movies that have Julia Roberts in it, with the exception of Erin Brockovich, tend to be, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're providing them with data.
Except for Pretty Woman, because That's my favorite movie.
Okay,
I love
gotta
the
get a shot of this.
music, the beautiful message to sex workers. You know, hang in there, baby. Someday you're going to meet a rich, handsome millionaire, and that's true, of course.
You're missing gold here.
I'm missing.
No, I'm telling
No,
Mark.
no, they
Because
can
when
still
he
hear
moves
that.
away, because it's a shotgun
No,
mic,
they can
so
still
when,
hear it.
when he moves away, it's just like you can barely hear it. But,
So look, you'd recognize this movie because there was this so-called, and I don't like this phrase, handover when the British give Dublin Castle back to the Irish in 1920.
why don't you like the phrase?
Because they actually brought Mick Collins in here and some of the cabinet, showed them around for 20 minutes, and then the lads walked back out. This is January 1922, and then they don't really hand it over for months after, right, till really August, okay? Now,
They were just holding on to it for a little bit longer.
and also, there was no handover of Ireland when 6 counties were still held onto, you know?
Yeah.
So the split in our nation comes in 1920 when the British introduced new legislation called the Government of Ireland Act, and they invent this fake geographical region which they call Northern Ireland.
I don't know what that is. We just know it as the north of
6
Ireland.
counties, or the north, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
the north of
I
Ireland.
like it, and we don't like. But you know, language is funny because it insidiously sort of sneaks into the vocabulary of people,
Yeah.
and it comes out all the time because there's newspapers here that use the phrase all the time, and the TV stations that use the phrase all the time. But most of us who have half a brain always recognise it as the 6 counties.
Yeah, we'll be in the north of Ireland tomorrow in Belfast.
Well, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk to you about some people to talk to as well, okay? Maybe
All right.
off
Let me
off
get a shot of
camera.
this real quick.
There's a statue up here of Justice, and you can see she has her back to the people of Dublin. And there's a great phrase about her, a great poem. The statue of Justice mark well her station, her face to the castle and her arse to the nation, that there would be no justice to ever be expected from here. And if you look over there in the middle row, in the middle floor, there's a room in at the back called the Connolly Room, where James Connolly, having been wounded in action in 1916 in the shoulder and in the ankle, was brought to be looked after by the British Army, doctors and nurses, and they had a trial around his bed, a courts-martial, and he was sentenced to be executed like his other comrades. And even though he was wounded, they brought him up by ambulance to Kilmainham Jail on the 12th of May and strapped him to a chair and executed him. It's
Wow.
a 12-man firing squad. Now, I'd like 12 men in my firing squad. I don't want one man, because he could miss or he could hit you in the arm. So a 12-man, it sounds awful, but it's actually kind of better if you think about it. But 11 of them were given live rounds and one had a conscience round, because nobody wants to be the fella to shoot a wounded man or anybody.
So no one knows. It's a way to abdicate the moral responsibility of being the person that commits the deed.
You got it. So when you're lying in bed at night, you want to say, well, there's a 1 in 12 chance that I was not the one who shot that great man. But what it did for James Connolly, in my opinion, was it elevated him massively. He became a Labour martyr. And we did love our martyrs. I still love our martyrs, and maybe martyrs is an archaic phrase for some people, but to me, that was the phrase people used at the time, the 1916 martyrs, the revolutionary martyrs and what have you. So Connolly, his works were published en masse in the aftermath. Photographs of him and others were circulated in postcard format, and he became, with Patrick Henry Pearse, the symbol of the revolutionary struggle from then on. You know, Patrick Henry Pearse is named after Patrick Henry the Virginian, you know, who uttered that immortal phrase, give me liberty or give me death. But Patrick Henry had slaves. Now here's where we're going to lose all your Virginian supporters.
No, they're woke.
Maybe he meant to say, give me liberty for male, middle-class Caucasians.
Property owners.
Or give me death. But still, it's a great phrase. So Patrick, don't hold it against our Patrick Henry. His father named him after that. His father was an English Protestant. Let's get this straight. It wasn't about religion. It's all about freedom, equality as well. Ladies, do you want to come and say hello to Hasan?
Hi.
Well, then get your get your.
Sorry
Oh,
to
you. Oh,
interrupt,
yeah, it's
but,
yourself.
we didn't want to
No, it's all good.
Oh, Hasan, big respect. I love your work.
Nice to meet you.
Do you want a
You wanna get one
photograph?
too?
Oh, yes, please.
All
oh my
right.
god, this feels so insanely parasocial. I
Give us
feel
that
like
there,
I'm so
buddy.
Taylor
All right,
Swift. I was
pal.
like, am I going to go find him? Is that a normal thing to do?
No, people do it. People do it all the time. Sorry.
So you're my first one, so like, but yeah, thank you so much.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
nice to meet you. Hasan, I literally like started learning about Palestine because of you. Like back in 2021.
And now you're here in
And now I'm
Ireland.
here. Yeah, I'm studying here.
This is
But-
the most pro-Palestinian Western
Yeah, it is.
country.
There's Palestine
in
flags
the planet.
everywhere. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, could I get a picture with you?
Of course.
If that's okay. Thanks. Yeah.
All right, deadly. Gotcha.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, have a good day.
I'm a huge fan.
Hi.
I'm so nervous. Sorry. Can we take a picture?
Yeah, of course.
I'm a huge fan now.
Yeah, down.
Massive fan.
Yeah.
Alright, side quest for a sec. I don't even know if this picks up on camera, chat. This shit looks crazy.
It's always such a trip seeing buildings that are more than 20 years old.
Well, yeah, with the lads, and going to Belfast tomorrow. No politicians.
Nice.
Deadly. Where are you?
I'm from Galway, but
You're Galway, man. Whereabouts? Galway town?
Out towards the coast.
I've just been on Inishmaan for 2 weeks, writing a little novella. If there's any
there's
great
anyone interested,
publishers listening,
benefactors.
30,000 words.
Can we just get a stream photo? By
Oh, yeah,
chance?
let's
I
do
like
that.
those. Actually, here, shake my hand. There we go. You're rocking the Dracula fit today. I
Oh,
gotta
really?
say. Yeah.
Okay.
You are as tall
It's
as
cold.
I expected, though. Yeah, it is cold. Yeah.
All right.
Next time, come in summer. A bit like the traffic will be less bad.
Yeah. All right. Nice to meet you.
Ask Ali, Bolin Durin.
Ah, Mahu.
Say hi to Aisha for me, Hasan. Okay. Please.
So that's interesting because we were talking to a bunch of kids at Trinity College, and they were saying that like, when we first came into Ireland, when we landed, Irish is mandated on all of the signs.
Sure.
The
As it
Irish
should be,
language.
yeah.
And yet I was asking around, and a lot of the young kids like they don't know how to speak it. They barely know how to read it.
It just depends. It just depends
Yeah.
on who you meet. Hang on a sec here, because this, like, look, the language is so important because what the imperialists try to do is destroy the language, tell you that what you speak is backwards, your poetry is backwards and foolish. And if they destroy the language, they destroy your soul. And it was Pierce who said, Tirgan Chonga, Tirgan Anam, a country without a language is a country without a soul. And what did they do when they went to America and to Australia? They destroyed the language and the culture and made people speak the common language of English, which, you know, it's great that we can communicate, you and me, all right? But it's also important that we try our best to hang on to our language, because if we lose the language, we lose everything. Right?
I know
That's the
very
point.
few. I know only a little bit. I know the is it Slancha, and then I know Chucky Arla. That's all. Our time will come, and cheers.
That's all you need to know.
That's
mate.
all you need to know.
If you're going to Belfast, you've got it down to a T. So you see this building here is City Hall, and it was occupied by the Irish Citizen Army at 12 noon in 1916. A great man called Sean Connolly, now no relation to James Connolly, but he came leading his men and women around the corner. Remember, they're the Workers' Defence Force. There was a policeman standing at the gates, Constable James O'Brien was his name, and he was shot dead. And about an hour into it, Sean Connolly was shot dead, and a man called Sean O'Reilly took over, and he was killed. And then a woman called Dr. Kathleen Lynn was the one who had the honour of leading the garrison and surrendered them after a day and a half. Now, Dr. Lynn is a Protestant, and obviously she's female, and she found it very difficult to be accepted as a doctor. She had to go abroad to study, but she's also gay. She was a lesbian. Herself and her lover, Madeleine French Mullen, she fought in the Rising as well. So there are lots of women, especially, who may not have kind of fitted into the, into society at the time. Mm-hmm. So it's very important to recognise that we know now that people obviously were gay at the time, but they weren't shouting about it, if you will. Yeah. But again, they'd be attracted to the radicalism of James Connolly in City Hall. It's no surprise to learn that most of those people were associated with the Irish Citizen Army. As you're standing underneath their flag, it's very important to point out. It comes from a great man who was in America later on, Thomas Francis Marr of the sword from the Battle of Antietam and bloody Friedrichsburg. And on St. Patrick's Day, 1848, he hoisted that flag up outside the Confederate Club in Waterford. It's green, it's his invention. Green for national sentiment and Catholicism, white for peace, and orange for our northern brethren, the Orange Order, the Orange Men, the Protestant. So it's a flag of peace and reconciliation. Now, a month later...
That's why orange is the color the Unionists used too, right?
Correct,
Still.
correct. Because of William of Orange from the Battle of the Boyne. But a month after that, he was over in revolutionary Paris, you know, the Second Republic. And the French women sewed him up the flag of green, white, and orange, and he brought it back and he presented it to the mayor of Dublin.
Wasn't it a French woman for the American flag too, or initially?
Well, most republics' flags are based on the French colours, the tricolour. But now we're going to get bogged down in a discussion about whether or not America is a republic, and it's a very difficult decision because you have to start talking about different things then, don't you? You know, a confederation of states or whatever. But most other republics, a lot of people think that Gandhi chose the colours for the Indian flag over our flag. That's not true. Gandhi's flag is saffron and the land, you know, orange, and the land is green. However, it's a nice story, but God help anybody from India who comes here because they'd be cornered in a bar by people telling them that Gandhi loved Ireland so much he chose our colours. Like, Gandhi's a great bloke, don't get me wrong. There's plenty wrong with him as well, though. I mean, sleeping with your nieces is a little bit fucking dodgy, if you ask me. Even if he is just trying to test himself. But that's wrong. Let's get that across to people. It is wrong. But other things about him were quite good, weren't they?
I want to know what you would be like if you had a couple pints in you at this point. That's crazy.
No, it's for you.
All right, you guys want to take photos?
Speaking of interruptions, I was going to say, pouring in the bar, I was just saying to these folks here, we maybe just take quick one to not take up too much of your time.
No, it's all
Thank
good.
you very much.
No, it's fine. You can do it. You can do singles. It's all good.
It's okay.
No
okay,
problem.
keep rolling. All right. So my friend Elaine is watching back.
Here, will I take a photograph for you?
That'd be great.
Oh, if you don't mind. Hasan, she's after drawing a lovely card.
That's way better than us.
How do I read 1,000 welcomes?
Yeah, Cape
How do I read it?
Show chat.
Cape Mil Falcha. Cape Mil Falta.
And the inside's written Irish
It's
and
also,
English.
you cut this out?
Yeah,
Did you make
I
this
drew.
yourself?
Yeah.
No,
I
look
should
at
have been
that.
studying, but
Wow, this is
class.
sick. This is beautiful. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
All right, who are we doing? Okay, let's do it.
All right, ready? Don't want to be mean around, but what did you bring for me?
I'm sorry.
My love and appreciation.
Oh, thanks. I'll take them. These look great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I'm getting them.
Thank you
I know you were around.
Oh, I'm about at Donald Fallon's.
so much.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I met you once with Donald, maybe.
Wouldn't be impossible now.
Yeah. You look like a Donald Fallon.
Thank you so much.
I look like a Donald
I love
Fallon
you
type.
too.
Let's give Donald Fallon, who has a great podcast
Really
called
does.
Three
Tremendous.
Castles Burning.
Three
That's a
Castles
great
Burning.
podcast.
Not
I have a
yet.
podcast
It's
as
gonna
well
be good. Good to
called
see you on
Revolutionary
Sleepy. It's
Ireland podcast. Revolutionary Ireland. I see you two are great listeners, avid listeners.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
number one on the Spotify
On your
Wrapped.
Spotify
Spotify
Wrapped.
Wrapped today, yeah.
All right.
Folks,
Who was your
enjoy the rest
number
of the
one
tour.
band on your Spotify Wrapped?
Oh, Nika.
Nika, of course. Dead.
Enjoy
I think
the
they
tour
came in
tomorrow.
number 2 with me, actually.
Oh, okay, good. And
Yeah.
CMAT as well. CMAT was number 2.
Oh yeah.
Shout out CMAT, we
deadly.
love her.
Yeah, she's great. Do you know who CMAT is? Have you heard
Oh,
of
you
her?
need to know CMAT.
Yeah, she's huge here, and she has millions of people on Spotify. But she's great. Irish people are some of the best musicians in the world.
Yeah.
And it's part of colonialism because there's an expression of artistic endeavour comes out. It's no surprise that Joyce is from Ireland, the greatest writer in the world. And that was a vote. You guys weren't around in the millennium in 2000. Well, you're probably around, but you didn't. There was a vote,
Yeah.
and
we
Joyce.
didn't participate.
You didn't vote. Joyce was named the greatest writer of 1,000 years. Okay, we've got Beckett, Samuel Beckett. We have Seamus Heaney, Yeats, and modern writers as well. So to me, it's a fallout from colonialism. Do you want to come around the corner? Because I'd love to show you a
All right,
place
let's do
where
it.
3 men were tortured and murdered by the British.
That's a crazy switch off, yeah. Yeah, Joyce is the greatest writer. Well, also, let's go check out the place where 3 men were tortured brutally.
Welcome to my ridiculous brain. So
right.
come on down this way here. See these cobbles? They're set stones. We call them cobblestones, but the proper term is set stones. And the old streets of Dublin all would have had this sort of rickety style. Lethal on a bicycle or a motorbike in the rain, but very, very beautiful, much more beautiful than Tarmac Macadam. I'm glad to say the Hard Rock Cafe seems to have closed down in Dublin, and that's the kind of thing that gets me excited when we reject something like that to the extent that they move off somewhere else. We have a campaign against Starbucks and McDonald's as well going on. Pretty successful. You want to see some women's names here? Come here. This plaque went up on the 90th anniversary of the Rising, and it lists all the names of everybody in City Hall. But look at the names: Kathleen Barrett, Bridget Davis, Dr. Lynn. It should say doctor there. It's a pity it doesn't. An American said to me, why don't you carve in MD? That's a good idea after her name. Bessie Lynch. Helena Maloney used to go around the town and she'd meet other women and she'd have a chat with them for a few minutes, and then the next thing is she's linking them, bringing them down to meet James Connolly in Liberty Hall. These two sisters, Annie and Emily Norgrove, were 19 and 21 years of age, which sounds very young until you come to Molly O'Reilly, who was 15 years of age when she was fighting down here in 1916. Wow. And that's young Jenny Shanahan. I think she was 21 years of age. Incredible altogether. These are some reinforcements sent from the GPO to City Hall. And look at this name, George Norgrove. That's their dad. And he came along here. Now, what do you think your dad's going to say to you if you're a young lady? He's going to say, honey, I'm very proud of you, go on home. But he just gave them a cheery, how are you girls, and fought alongside them, because he's a socialist Republican, so he believes they have every right to fight for their freedom, as well as any young man had as well. Isn't that kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who else is there? Let's see. There's a young man here. Where is he going? I see Arthur King, Samuel King, and George King. Now, there were two of them brothers, I think, and one was a cousin, and they were all together in Richmond Barracks. They were lined up, and an officer shouted out, line up, give your names to the commanding officer, your surname followed by your Christian name. So the first one of them says King Arthur, and then the next one goes King George, and the other one goes King Samuel. So there was a bit of murder until it was sorted out, because they thought they were taking the mickey. But listen, a lot of these guys gave false names when they were arrested, and then they were sent to prisons in England and Scotland and Wales. And there's one specific prisoner of war camp in northwest Wales where 1,800 men were interned. Frongok, and we call Frongok the University of Irish Revolution, because those who came out of that jail were confirmed revolutionaries, and the nucleus of the IRA was created there. So maybe tomorrow in Belfast you might meet some people who are in Long Kesh, which we call the University of Irish Freedom. That's from the 1970s and 80s and 90s as well, okay? Yeah. Anyway, come on around here. I hate these noisy street sweeping machines. I'm old enough to remember when there was a man with a cart and a brush and he swept the streets whistling a soft tune, and now someone came along and said I can make that more imposing and noisy and efficient as well. Yeah.
Well, guys,
which way am I going? This way?
Come on through here, yeah.
Excuse me.
So if we just go down here a little bit, we'll come down to a plaque. For a moment there, I thought that crowd were for you, Hasan. I thought you were going to be mobbed. So Bloody Sunday happened on the 21st of November 1920, but we have more than one Bloody Sunday. We've really got 4 Bloody Sundays in Irish history. I'll run through them with you. We won't go right down because there's some people who live here and I don't want to disturb them. But there's a plaque to 3 men Dick McKee, Padder Clancy, and Conor Clune. Now McKee and Clancy were top IRA volunteers. They were the brigadier and the vice brigadier. You're standing a foot above me there already. It'd be better if I stood here. Now we look like kind of normal. I look normal. Do you want me to take it off the tree?
That'd be lovely if you wouldn't mind. Cheers. So I'm a big fan of Manchester.
Nice to meet you guys.
What did you buy in next?
I got a new suit, Christmas party.
A new suit?
Yeah.
What colour?
Black.
Ah, sweet. Always get
fun, guys. Nice to meet you.
How are you, pal?
Can we get a picture?
Yeah.
You want me to take it for you guys? You want to go in?
Yes, please. Thank you.
I knew there was a reason why I was here.
Thank you.
Deadly. All right.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, guys.
Deadly.
Have a good one.
All right. Mooch on. How do you feel about this constant thing, which is like fun, but do you?
It happens. It's normal.
Yeah, you just
The
get
way I
used to
see it is, look, I'm just one guy. So without my community, without my fans, I would be, I'd just be screaming into the void.
Well, be able to grab a selfie. So sorry to intrude.
Fine.
I'm a huge fan.
Especially because, like, without, I am totally understanding of it because.
Hey, thanks so much, man. I've been a fan for 8 years.
Whoa! Nice to meet you. So, when I come to places like Dublin, it's like there's no guarantee that I'm going to come back. You don't know, so it's like,
so
you want to
get it all in.
Yeah, you want to come and you want to take a photo, and I totally get it.
Let me show this to you, especially for your younger viewers. This is a thing called a mailbox or post box. So before Snapchat, you had to write your message and you put it in here. You never put your hand all the way in there because you don't know, you could be pulled in there by a clown or something like that. But all of these were read in Ireland in 1916. And when we got the Free State in 1922, they were painted green. We always joked that the only thing the Free State government did as regards change was to buy 200 tons of green paint and veneer over the red post boxes and stand back and go, now we have a nation. But how I know for sure that that was red, because it has ER, Edward Rex, Edward 7th, VII. Sometimes you'll see GR, Georgius Rex, and the worst of all, VR, Victoria Regina. Let me repeat that in case people think I said the wrong thing. Regina. And she's the famine queen, as Maud Gonne called her, because she presided over on Gorta Moor, the Great Hunger. She did donate £500. Big deal. Big deal, right? That's nothing to her. That's like, I don't know, who's rich? Elon Musk. Is he rich? Is he a rich guy?
Pretty rich.
He's pretty rich. That's like him giving, 20 grand or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so big deal, right?